welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to show you how you can transform your car's brake calipers from a boring original finish like this to a standout colour of your choosing. Of course, start by removing the wheel nut covers and then crack off each nut so they can be undone once the car is jacked up. Now we're going to lift the car from the jacking point. We're going to remove the wheel, being careful to not drop the wheel on the brake caliper. Obviously, once the last nut has been removed, the wheel can come off, so just be mindful and make sure you're supporting the wheel with your foot underneath or a block of wood. Oof, that's no good. So here we have the brake caliper. These are quite recently replaced. I believe the original ones had seized, so the owner has put new ones on. We've got the wheel off. We have a supporting axle stand here, should the jack fail. The weight of the car is actually being held on the jack, but the axle stand is there as a secondary protection. So now that we have the wheel off, we're ready to prepare the brake caliper. So we're going to start off with some sandpaper. As this caliper is pretty new, we're just going to go in with some 800 grit. That should get a decent finish to start with. We're going to sand it up, get it all prepared. We're going to then clean it up and then start primering. Brake cleaner, pretty standard stuff. Next up, we're going to mask the areas that we don't want any paint to go on. So we're going to mask up the caliper, we're going to mask the disc, the brake shield, and some of the suspension components, just to try and keep it a little bit tidier. We're just making sure that we're going to mask off the pads. You can take these out, it's not very hard, you just pop the pins out, but we're going to mask this off to not get this covered in paint as well. And I'm just running the little utility blade, the end here, not the actual knife, just around, just pressing the tape down, making sure that we're going to have a nice edge for the paint to go down and sit and cover all of these areas here. That's nice. So we've got the main part of the disc masked off, we've got the brake shield top and bottom masked off, just about there. We've masked off the pads, so now we're going to put some sheeting on. So we're going to put this sheeting on, and that's going to protect the area from overspray. And so we're going to get that done now. Right, all sheeted up. As you can see, we've covered the disc and the surrounding suspension components and the inner wheel well, so we're not going to get any overspray. We're going to do a final clean of the caliper, and then we're going to get on to the painting. So I'm just going to spray the brake cleaner on one more time. just in case any dirt or dust has got on. So we're going to let that evaporate. I'll wipe it down and then we will get on with the painting. You can hear there's no rattle can sound that you're familiar with. It's because the paint has settled, or the primer has settled rather, and we need to shake it up so it's ready to paint. You've got to shake it for 1 to 2 minutes and you'll know it's ready as you'll start to hear the ball bearing rattle around inside. That's the sound that we're looking for. We're going to get on with the painting now. So I'm going to start by applying the primer. We're going with a high build primer here. So I'm going to spray a light coat on to start with, then I'll do a slightly thicker coat. We'll let that dry and then we'll get on with applying the colour. And you see me painting, I haven't got any mask or gloves or eye protection on. Just because I'm doing that doesn't mean that you should do that. Please make sure that you're wearing proper respiratory protection. So a good mask, an N95 mask is a good start. You can get those on Amazon. Wear gloves and also wear some eye protection, some eye goggles or something like that, just to try and stop any overspray getting into your eyes, because it's not nice. So this is in primer. Primer is really important because it gives the colour a nice sort of grip onto the surface that we're painting. So you don't want to skip the primer part. It's probably the most important step. Prep is always the most important part of paint. As you can see, we've put the first coat of red on. We're going to do the second colour coat and then we're going to let that dry before putting the decals and the lacquer on. Right, hopefully you can hear me over the machine polishing that's going on. We are very busy at the minute. So I thought I would just explain why the calipers are being done on the car in this particular case. You see a lot in comments on social media videos, oh, take the calipers off, do the job properly. And I don't disagree with it, but also I don't agree with it, if that makes sense. So in this particular case, the calipers have been painted on the car. We've masked up, as you can see, so we've got complete colour coverage. You're not going to notice anything when you've got the wheel on, or even if you've got the wheel off, unless you literally stick your head in the wheel arch and look from the backside. We offer both options, right? So we paint them on the car like this, and we can then also paint them off the car, so we can remove the brake calipers from the car. We can disconnect all the brake lines, we can replace the seals and pistons if needed, build them all back up together and paint them. Most of the time you can just mask up and paint, you don't need to replace the seals. And the issue with doing that is you're without the car for a lot longer. So in this case, we are doing a 1-day turnaround because we're only doing the front calipers. So we can turn it around in 1 business day. The customer drop the car off about 9:30, and they're going to pick the car up, 5:30, 6 o'clock today. So that's obviously good for them, keeps the cost down as well. We're not having to charge extra labor to remove bits and pieces. That's the main reason that we do them on the car, because it's more convenient to people. And when the end result is 95% as good, why bother, That's my opinion anyway. So as an idea of costs, everyone charges a different price. Everyone's got different overheads, different quality, different aftercare, that kind of stuff. But we typically charge, between $275 and $350 for brake caliper painting on the car, right? So that's for a set of 4 with decals. You get a year's warranty with it. No problems. If we were to remove the brake calipers, you're looking at another 3 to 4 hours labor to remove and then subsequently refit. You've got to put new brake fluid in. You're adding the cost of a brake bleed. So I think the last one we did, it ended up being around $750. When the car is back together with the wheels on it, there's no difference in the finish. Like I said, we do offer the option to remove them if people want to. the client picks what they want, and I would say for every one customer who wants the calipers removed, there are 25 who want them just done on the car, because people don't want to be without their cars for 5 to 7 days, which is how long it takes when we have to remove them and strip them. And now, make sure that that is lined up. Now we have the Tesla decal in place, we're going to lacquer the calipers, and it's going to protect the sticker and the caliper paintwork from any fading and damage. Now we have put the lacquer on. It's dried enough so we're able to remove all of the sheeting and masking. So I will do that now, then we can refit the wheels and the car is good to go. So Teslas require 129 foot-pounds of torque for the wheel lugs. So we are setting that. There we go. And the final touch are the little wheel nut covers. Alright guys, there we have it. The Tesla brake caliper paint is complete. It looks amazing, a million times better than before. Looks really nice and fresh. Significant improvement. Right, as you can see, the Tesla is complete now. We've painted the front calipers. He is replacing the rear calipers, and we will hopefully paint them in the near future, which is why we didn't paint the rear ones for now. But as you can see, it looks amazing. It's nice and clean, looks fresh, looks how the performance calipers do on the newer model Teslas. So yeah, I hope that video was useful. Thank you very much for coming along for the ride. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below and we will get back to you. Yeah, otherwise, enjoy the summer, beautiful sunshine here, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might see below the video our subscriber number. It would mean the world to me if you enjoy this video and this kind of content, if you could hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. It helps us get cooler cars on the channel. It allows us to focus more time on making great content for you guys and to upgrade our equipment as well. So yeah, thank you very much, guys.